my name is Jennifer Brown. I'm currently taking online classes at Somerset Community College. After that, I plan to attend the University of the Cumberlands, where I'm going to pursue a bachelor's degree in accounting. I am happily married. We are actually expecting our first child at the moment, which is the reason for the online classes. It's a little bit easier with morning sickness or whatever. We have a mini farm. We have 2 mini goats, 1 mini horse, 1 full-size horse. We have 2 indoor dogs, a boxer named Copper and a wiener dog named Penny. We like to fish and be outside a lot, and our animals let us do that. The biggest adventure I've probably ever been on was our honeymoon. We started out in Kentucky and we took a road trip to New Orleans. In New Orleans we booked a historic hotel, which we realized was another word for old. So we didn't make that mistake anymore. We canceled that and went to the Hilton. In New Orleans, Bourbon Street was a little crazy. It was a little out of our element. So that was kind of a culture shock. But the next day we walked around the French Quarters, and that was amazing. Really pretty. I loved it. From New Orleans, we went to Houston, and we took a 22-mile bridge over swamps and everything like that. So Houston was a very clean and nice city. We stayed in a nice hotel there. The next morning we got up and drove to Galveston. And in Galveston, Texas, that's where we got on our cruise ship. And it was my first cruise, and I was very nervous. But my husband assured me that you wouldn't even be able to tell it was moving. It was so big. Well, little did we know, we went through a tropical storm and hit 30-foot swells. So not only could I feel it moving, there was times I couldn't hardly stand up. On that trip, we were supposed to get off the boat 3 times, and we ended up only getting off the boat once, and that was in Cozumel, Mexico. And we booked an excursion to go on zip lines through, the wilderness of Mexico. So on the way to the zip lines, we took a cab. And the cab was very authentic Mexico. It was not tourist at all. It was a small 4-cylinder standard car, and every time you hit a stop sign, the car would quit. So we'd have to start it back. So that was the most authentic Mexican thing we did. After that, we got back on the boat and headed back to Galveston. And our cruise was over. From Galveston, we went to Texarkana, and that's probably most famous for my husband's favorite movie, Smokey and the Bandit. One side of the road in Texarkana is Texas, and the other side's Arkansas. So one side has alcohol, the other side doesn't, and has vehicle dealerships because of different things like that. From Texarkana, we went to Memphis. We went to Beale Street, which is home of the blues. B.B. King was there, or had a store there, and they're very famous for their barbecue. So we ate lots of barbecue, and then we went to Graceland to visit Elvis's home, which was also very nice, very historical. From Memphis, we drove back to Nashville, saw where the CMAs were filmed, went through Music Row, and from that we came back home. And pretty much our honeymoon was once-in-a-lifetime trip, especially now that we're having children. We'll probably never be able to do that again. But I figured if we could get along in 2 weeks trapped in a boat and a car, that we can get along through anything. Thank you.